What made me the most happy is that Vidyut Jamwal could finally show his acting range. Hi everyone, welcome to I Just React and Review. My name is Ashwita. Hope you all are doing well. And today I want to talk about a film which released in Disney Plus Hotstar a couple of days back. It's a Hindi film called Khuda Hafiz, starring Vidyut Jamwal in the lead role. Now, when this released, I did not get an opportunity immediately to watch it. I watched it late, and hence the review is coming late. But I really wanted to talk about this movie specifically because of Vidyut's performance. So, without dealing this any further, let's just get into the analysis of the film. Now, the storyline was sort of given away in the trailer itself. Sameer and Nargis are a happily married couple who are based in Lucknow and are living their normal lives. But tragedy strikes when, during the 2008 financial crisis, both of them lose their jobs. They, like so many other people who were affected by the 2008 global recession, start applying for various jobs across their country and abroad as well. Nargis and Sameer both go through a recruitment consultant to bag jobs outside the country. So, during this entire process, Nargis ends up getting a job first in a Middle East country. It's a fictional country named Noman. And because of the desperation and the financial crisis that they are going through, Nargis decides to leave first, thinking that Sameer would join her in Noman within 5 to 6 days. This is also assured to them by the recruitment consultant. Now the twist comes when Sameer gets a call from Nargis after she reaches Noman, and then she says it's a distress call and she says that she's in danger. And thus starts Sameer's ordeal of flying to Noman and search for his missing wife. How he is able to search and bring back his wife Nargis and himself to the safety of his own country is the heart of the story. So, rescuing a loved one from another country is not a story that is unheard of. In fact, in March 2020, Baaghi 3 also had a similar storyline. But where Baaghi 3 seemed like a complete fantasy, Khuda Hafiz's writing is what makes the film look like a reality. The entire writing of how the flow of events are occurring when he is going from one point to another in search of his wife has a sense of realism to it. And the best part about the writing is the treatment of the protagonist Sameer. Sameer is not the quintessential hero who just arrives in a foreign country to save the love of his life and gets his way by suddenly transforming into a superhero. In reality, it doesn't happen like that. He knows he's coming into a foreign land, he is on a tourist visa, and he needs to go through proper channels. So he needs to approach the police, he needs to approach the embassy, so he knows all that, and that is why there is a sense of realism when the story flows. So yes, for the audiences who are probably expecting an action-packed masala thriller, and more so because Vidyut Jamwal is there, they will be a tad bit disappointed. Now, Farooq Kabir is the director as well as the writer of the film. When it comes to his writing, I feel that the writing is very grounded. It is not flawless, it has its flaws, but I think it's very grounded. When it comes to the direction, there are two particular things that I liked about it. Number one is the treatment of the action sequences. There are not many action sequences. Like I said, this is not an action-packed masala film, but there's one sequence which is in the middle of the film and a little bit of action which happens at the end of the film. And I liked how the treatment of these action sequences were done by the director. Just because Vidyut is there, it was not done in an over-the-top way. It was very realistic, and it was very grounded. As I said before, there is an action sequence which is a very standout sequence in the middle of the film. The way it has been directed is beautiful. The second thing I liked about the direction was the treatment of the protagonist. The camera never leaves Vidyut Jamwal. It is his story, it is his struggle, it is his revenge. Everything has been captured really well, and I really liked that the narration, the focus of the narration never left Vidyut's line of sight. The background score is actually pretty decent, nothing mesmerizing, but good enough to hold your attention to the screen. The only issue I had is with the addition of songs. I don't know, this is probably like a thing with me only, but I really do not appreciate addition of songs when it comes to an action film or a thriller film or a crime film, because it stops the flow of the film for me. I had the same issue with Yara. I really did not appreciate the addition of the songs there as well. And why I say this, because the songs didn't do anything to move the story storyline forward. Those scenes that were happening during that 3-minute songs could have been easily done away by a good background score and some dialogues. So yes, if I look at the album in isolation, the songs are pretty decent, they are melodious, they are good to listen to, but addition of these songs in the film, that just did not work for me. The DOP of the film is Jitan Harmeet Singh, and this is one of the most positive technical highlights of the movie. The majority of the film is shot in Uzbekistan, and Jitan Singh has managed to really capture the beauty of that place. Now, as I said before, there's this one really standout action sequence in the film, and the way it has been shot and the cinematography of that sequence is a complete standout. Overall, the movie is a treat for your eyes. It's visually very pleasing. Now, this is the department where the movie falters. The overall flow of the film is actually decent. I didn't have an issue with that. In fact, I didn't have a problem with the editing in the first half at all. The editing of the second half of the film was a problem for me. I felt personally it was dragged a tad bit more. It could have been easily cut down a bit if the director wanted to. Because the first half invests time in setting up the premise and the plot. So you need to give time for character development. But once the plot was set, I expected the movie to pick up a bit of a pace, because then we know that he has to go from point A to point B to point C to, get the things done. So yes, I feel the movie could have easily been 15 to 20 minutes shorter. Okay, performances. Now this is where the makers have done great justice to few of the actors and great injustice to some of the actors. Annu Kapoor as Usman Bhai was fabulous for me. Not at his best though, because for me still the standout performances would be something like what he did in Vicky Donor or Jolly LLB. But he has really made the best use of the material that was given to him. So it's really not him, it is the director who is responsible here. I feel the angle of friendship between Annu Kapoor and Jambal's character could have been explored and utilized more. I wouldn't have minded that, because Annu Kapoor is such a fab actor, so the more screen time for him the better. Shivalika Oberoi, even though she is the lead, her role is very brief, so she really didn't have much acting range to portray. Because this movie is essentially Vidyut's journey to rescue his wife. So whatever brief role she had, she looked the part, she was decent, but yes, in terms of showing her acting abilities, she didn't have much to do. Okay, before I come to Vidyut's performance, I want to talk about the performances which I did not like. Two great actors were done complete injustice in the film. That is Shiv Pandit, who plays the role of Faiz Malik, and Ahana Kumra, who plays the role of Tamina. They both are such good actors, but here they completely fail, and precisely because of the forced accent that they had to speak with. Just for authenticity, you cannot force an accent. Then the effort should be put to perfect that dialect before the shooting starts, so that it sounds as natural as possible. I personally felt bad for these two, because they are really good actors and they have a significant role in the film. So with that forced accent, it was just completely off. Vidyut is the king of the film. In my Yara review, I remember saying that he was such a good actor. He had performed so well in the film, but such gross injustice was being done to him by giving him average scripts and where he cannot show his talent. But here, I personally want to thank the director and the writer for actually giving him a script where he can show his entire acting potential. Like everything, from his dialogue delivery, his display of emotions, his plight to save his wife, his helplessness, his revenge, everything was portrayed so well by this guy. With this film, I feel that he has finally broken his image of an action hero and has emerged as an actor. It was such a treat for me as an audience to finally witness his entire acting range and talent. This guy needs good scripts. This guy deserves good scripts. He's a good actor and he's here to stay. Do watch this film, because despite its flaws, like what I said about the second half being a little bit draggy, overall it is an enjoyable watch. It is an above average film. It is not a bad film. And for Vidyut fans, this is such a treat to watch. I mean, this guy deserves so much attention from us, from the Hindi movie watching audiences, and I think he's finally starting to get his shine. And if you do not mind the addition of the songs, this is going to be an even more enjoyable watch for you. So yes, that was me sharing my thoughts on the Hindi film Khuda Hafiz. It is streaming on Disney Plus Hotstar, and if you have come till the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I will see you on my next video, guys. Bye bye.